Today I'll be explaining Cato's letters by a fun video. I hope that you enjoy and get a better meaning on what Cato's letter was and how it affected the American colonists to get freedom from Great Britain. Where am I? Well, but before I start the video, I must clarify something. Most of the information may be one out of date. There are so little of Cato's letters, and by that, there are little of facts about Cato's letters and where the the co-writers and the original writer. So I had too little information about them, so I had to improvise. The second problem, multiple informations. There are a lot of websites, and by that, they have very off and different dates of facts of the co-writers and the Cato's letter organization and as where it was written or where the exact place slash location was written. So in sake for the video, the Chaos letter was written for in America, not in England. And third, lack of information. While yes, searching something of Chaos letter may give you results, but they're mostly from Wikipedia and could be edited, and nothing pops up when you search it on YouTube. Just some 42-minute video at 420p and bad audio while being in black and white. So it will be very complicated to use limited resources. So with that out of the way, let's begin with the video. But before showing the leading events of Cato's letter, we must know how we got here. So back in 1606, King James I was motivated to come to America by the lure of riches and the Northwest Passage, leading to them going to the new land and making the 13 colonies in 1607. Fast forward 14 years and something small happens in a little old boat called Mayflower. And inside this boat, they would do a bit of a small tiny paper called Mayflower Compact, which gave the people any protection the colonists and provide order and created a government. This led to the rich being compromised to having fair to the colonists and not taking over them when they reached land, which led to some sparks of freedom from Great Britain. This meant that everyone was equal if they were rich or not. It never mattered. While nobody knows that the original journalists, we do know the co-writers were John Trench and Thomas Gordon. We will start with John Trench. John Trench was born in 1662 at England, United Kingdom. He does he worked as a journalist in England and America. He wrote another letter with Tom Gordon called The Independent Wing that came with the Cato's letter and 144 other letters. He would send these letters and 144 more to London. He studied at Trinity College, Dublin. Known for the other now for the other co-writer, Thomas Gordon. While there's little information about him, not even a recent photo of him on Google, so this is gonna be a less known person. Born in 1692 in Scotland, came to London to learn two languages and wrote The Independent Wing and Cato Service with John Trench. These 57 years are pretty normal. England has control over the 13 colonies and everything's pretty boring. Oh, it's John Trench coming to America in 1684 by boat. There isn't any detail on what boat or date he came, only the year. Then Thomas Gordon around 1690 to 1700. Also, there's no detail about how he got there. There's no detail which 13 colonies they landed or meet, so it's really hard to point out where they wrote Cato's letters. They met up on some 13 colonies and started writing there. No detail. They started writing. There's no detail how long it took to write it. After a long amount of time to finish the 144 letters with Chaos letters and the independent week. With that, made them announce that they put to publish it around 1720 to 1723 to the public. With that, they also made copies to the United Kingdom. With that, they made spark for freedom and standing up to the King of England for equal rights to people. By the time Cato's letter was getting attention by the American colonists in Great Britain, John Trench died in December of 1723. While his date of death is still known, nobody knows where his body was buried. So after his death, Thomas Gordon probably moved back to the United Kingdom, then just lived the rest of his life normal. Since there's no evidence what he did in England, Fast forward a few years and dies on July 28th of 1750 in London, UK. By the time Chaos Letter was released, it sparked inspirational for freedom and equal rights to both America and the United Kingdom.